Saint Gregory the Great, the 6th century. We should keep in mind that temptation is accomplished in 3 stages: by suggestion, by delight, by consent. And when we are tempted, we generally fall through pleasure or delight, and also by consent. Since we are begotten through the sin of the flesh, we bear within us that by which we now suffer conflict. But God, who became incarnate in the womb of the Virgin, came into this world without sin, and had no source of conflict within him. He therefore could be tempted by suggestion, but the delight of sin could take no hold on his mind. And so all this diabolical temptation was from without, not from within. But dwelling on the consequence of the temptations, let us consider through what greatness we are delivered from temptation. Our ancient enemy set himself against the first man, our parent, with 3 temptations. For he tempted him by gluttony, by vanity, and by greed. And the devil defeated him by tempting him. For by consenting to the temptation, he put himself under the devil's power. He tempted him through gluttony, when he placed before him the forbidden fruit of the tree, and persuaded him to eat it. He tempted him by vanity, when he said, "You will be like God." And he tempted him from the heights of greed, when he said, "Knowing good and evil." In this, the devil led our parent to pride, by provoking in him the greed of human grandeur. But using the very means by which he laid low the first man, he himself succumbed to the second man. For he tempted him by gluttony, when he said, "Command that these stones become bread." He tempted him by vanity, when he said, "If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down." By greed of dominion, when he showed him all the kingdoms of the earth, and said, "All these things I will give you, if you will fall down and worship me." But by these very means by which he gloried in defeating the first man, he was overcome by the second. And defeated, he goes out of our hearts by the very way through which, once forcing an entrance, he held us in slavery. Gregory the Great.